aka Padders, what is happening? Peter A. DeLuca here, coming to you with aka Padders, the Film Buff Podcast. We're at episode 578. We're going to go back in time, 1993, the program, college football movie, the greatest college football movie of all time, and it is a short class. It's a low category, not a lot of competition, but this movie has it all, and that's also the problem with many sports and football movies. But before we get into this flick, guys, I have a website. It's called AKAPAD.com. AKAPAD, AKAPAD, as people like to say it sometimes, .com. And you can go there and you can search. You can search everything football that I've done. Drawings, videos, live streams, and reviews of other football movies. And we got a special one today. So go check out that website. If you're finding me anywhere, give me a thumbs up. Give me a review. Let me know what you think. I will do my best to find a comment and respond. And find me all over social media with AKAPad and AKAPad69. This movie has been a stretch. It's been a stretch. It's been maybe 2 years for me to bring this movie to you because I always wanted to talk to you about the program during football season. And we're right now already heading into week 2 of NFL 2023. We just had a week of nothing but major upsets. I think all but 3 playoff teams lost this week. It's a shocker, but that's what you get when you don't have a preseason anymore, guys. No preseason, no reps. Teams are going to look rusty for a little bit of time. Greg Schaefer, he's our former pushed, WWE terms, wrestling terms. Greg Schaefer, he is our quarterback. He's our guy. He's our hero. And with this, we get this like heartthrob. We see in James Vanderbeek with Varsity Blues. We even see with Jamie Foxx in Any Given Sunday, where the quarterback position, and later, somewhat prophesized, really becoming the center of attention. Now, quarterbacks always got attention, but as National Football League, as decade marched on, even now, there is no position higher than the quarterback. Like it's hard to imagine the league going backwards and releasing all the attention that the quarterbacks get, because we do have rules and regulations that favor the protection and play of the quarterback. With that being forward, Greg Schaefer is our heartthrob. He comes in with demons, and every character in this movie has some demons. They have some faults, and this is really something that we see in Any Given Sunday, where Any Given Sunday looks at this movie and says, we are going to make it longer, we're going to make it harder, and we're going to make these issues way more prevalent, because we have everything in this movie. We have alcoholism, we have gambling, we have boosters, we have violations of the NCAA, we have cheating, we have steroids, we have performance enhancing drugs, and amongst all of this, we have James Caan, who's the head coach, trying to keep he's the glue, and he's actually the conscious. He's the Jiminy Cricket of this movie. Now, to compare him to Al Pacino's character in Any Given Sunday feeds into everything I just named off there. He is the opposite of James Caan. But James Caan's his character. He's a great coach, because at the end of this movie, he puts it all in his quarterback's favor. And we do see, after James Caan, his quarterback is in rehab, and he's got to bring in this other quarterback he kicked off the team from earlier in the movie, because he got the coach's daughter to take a test for him, and he's just disgraced, and he kicks the guy off the team, and later needs to grovel to get the guy back for the championship game. People, this movie is packed with, like, it's I'm trying to get the words here real quick, but it's just packed with hypocritical characters that are right as they are not right. Now, we have a awesome cast. We have James Caan, Halle Berry as a tutor who cheats on her boyfriend, by the way, Omar Epps, who helps Halle Berry cheat on her boyfriend, who's a tailback. On the team, we have Greg Schaefer, heartthrob, and we have Christy Swanson, She's our heartthrob's heartthrob. And she's somewhat of the moral compass of this movie and him. Now, we kind of have to get into this other individual. And you know what, guys? I am sorry. Sorry, AKAPAD. Had trouble with my mouse there, and I was trying to move through my screens. So, we have a little bit of a connection. We have actor, if you've seen Double Dragon, the movie, and Any Given Sunday, Andrew Braniski. He's a big dude. He is someone that looks like a pro wrestler. He's someone that looks like a pro football player. He's in this movie. He plays Steve Vladimir. In Any Given Sunday, he almost plays the same exact role, same exact position, and he is the killer of the team. And you can kind of watch it, and the reason why I keep bringing up Any Given Sunday, because if you look at the Steve Vladimir character, and you know him, you can Google him, you'll see him painted like a skull. That's his third act, coming of age moment where he becomes the absolute weapon that the team needs defensively. You can kind of make the argument that these are his college years, and later by Any Given Sunday, he has turned pro and has become a champion, and it's awesome. I think these two movies are paired so well together because they have similar narratives and have similar corrupt, broken characters. There's no character in the program that is clean. Now, the real criticism for this movie is that the melodrama, the angst is not quite there. It is drawn on. It feels forced. Omar Epps potentially could be the worst character of this movie. His arc with Halle Berry, you just really don't care about it. You care more about the steroid storyline. You care more about Greg Schaefer going through rehab. Great scene. I always liked this scene ever since I saw this movie when I was younger. Greg Schaefer, our star quarterback, goes to his father, and his father never shows up for the game. But this is his moment to get his father in the game. Like, you have to come to the game. I'm never going to ask you again. And we just see how broken of a household Greg Schaefer comes from, and how miraculous that he's come this far just as a pro athlete. Because, this movie kind of begins a little bit with Cush Slash, a little bit, the Cush Slash that we see from Jerry Maguire, where the agents are branding our top talent. They're giving him buttons and banners and pennants, and they have, and it's Kane. Joe Kane is our superstar quarterback, and Kane is able, and that's his tagline. Same as Cush Slash is the tagline in Jerry Maguire. But Joe Kane's arc is awesome, and Joe Kane isn't allowed to play in the final game until the last 2 quarters. And it's good because we're rooting for him by that time. And his father never shows up to the game at the end. Spoiler there, but who cares about spoilers? His father never shows up. And we feel for him. And we want him to win. And we want this team to win. And the movie ends with Andrew Braniski, Stephen Vladimir, our superstar linebacker, crying on the bench because James Caan looks at him in the face and can see that he's on steroids, that he is on the juice. It is a powerful moment. This movie, though, it's not a perfect movie. It's not a great script. It's a young Hollywood movie. James Caan outperforms everyone, runs circles around everyone, but we have new things here. And it's interesting. And we do have a college movie that has little competition as the greatest college football movie of all time. I do put this in, like, if we were to do a top tier list of greatest football movies, you guys know me. I love Any Given Sunday. Then it's Varsity Blues. Then it's Friday Night Lights, North Dallas 40, and maybe The Program. Program's there. Like, and a lot of people have told me Program is their absolute favorite college movie. It's a movie that they watched, or a favorite football movie overall. It's a movie that they watched a lot as a youth. Now, we kind of have to discuss Andrew S. Ward. He's our writer, director. He's really the guy behind, career filmmaker, career writer. He's been involved with, he's the guy, I'm sorry, here. He brought us to Sting. Oscar-winning movie. I love this thing. Jackie Gleason, Robert Redford, Paul Newman. He wrote to Sting too. He wrote Canary Row. Major League, writer-director. King Ralph, writer-director. Writer, Sleepless in Seattle. Co-writer. Everyone gives Nora Ephron sole credit for Sleepless in Seattle. Wrote, directed the program. Directed Major League 2. Directed Down Periscope. Wrote Flyboys. I love the Flyboys reference, and this is the end. He's just a career guy, and he's made some iconic. I mean, you can argue he's made and been a part of 4 straight up iconic movies: The Sting, Major League, Sleepless in Seattle, the program. And look, I know people who are absolutely animate. They love Down Periscope. So I don't know. I never seen King Ralph, but I kind of want to see King Ralph now. I'm just going through this list. I'm just thinking, did I ever see King Ralph? But no, people. The program is watchable. It's a must watch just to understand the complications and the difficulties of making a football movie, because the elements that you have to draw in it's vast and it's tough to do, and you have to make a long movie and you can't make a short movie, and if you do those elements you have to kind of play them out perfectly. And I apologize, it gets a little rough. The third act, where we have our final game, the way how that's presented is not perfect. It's later like through line right into what happens with Varsity Blues, and you kind of see Varsity Blues borrowing so much from the program. I believe Any Given Sunday, Oliver Stone, John Logan borrows so much from the program, but they later perfected what the program wasn't quite doing. But it's a good study because of that, and I do love this movie. I love watching this movie. I'm all in on the melodrama, so it's a full recommendation. And people, get yourself some nachos, get yourself some Doritos, get yourself some wings. Get ready for football, because we're going to be talking as much football as possible until the Super Bowl. Rock and roll, guys. I love you.